The calmest driver on the grid may already be fighting the same invisible battle that once haunted a Formula One world champion. Oscar Piastri looks untouchable from the outside, cold under pressure, emotionless on the radio, almost immune to chaos. But according to Jenson Button, that image can be dangerously misleading, because behind the calm face, the pressure may already be building. In modern Formula One, most drivers live through emotion. They explode on team radio, react publicly, and show frustration every weekend. Piastri is the complete opposite. The McLaren driver behaves like a veteran with 10 years of experience instead of someone still early in his career. That's why many inside the paddock started calling him the new Iceman, not because he copies Kimi Räikkönen, but because of the same strange sense of permanent control. Now Button says he sees himself in Piastri. Speaking on the official F1 podcast Beyond the Grid, the 2009 world champion admitted the Australian reminds him deeply of his younger self. In my youth, I'd probably say Oscar, Button said when asked which current driver resembles him the most. But this was not simply about driving style. It was about personality, mentality, and the dangerous side of fighting for a championship before being fully prepared emotionally. And this is where the situation becomes serious. The 2025 season completely changed Piastri's status inside McLaren and inside Formula One. Before that, he was viewed as the calm young talent capable of winning races without mistakes. Then the pressure arrived. McLaren allowed both Piastri and Lando Norris to fight freely while Max Verstappen was still part of the title battle, turning the Woking garage into a psychological war zone. For much of that season, Piastri looked unstoppable. He made impossible overtakes look normal. He barely made mistakes. He drove with a maturity that shocked the paddock. But slowly, something changed. Norris eventually won the championship while Piastri began losing momentum late in the year. This changes everything because Button believes he recognizes exactly what happened. There were moments last year when I felt I wasn't able to get the best out of myself, Button admitted. Sometimes you tense up, and that was a weakness of mine. That confession revealed far more than praise. Button openly admitted he also struggled mentally during key moments of his own career, especially when competing against extremely strong teammates like Lewis Hamilton at McLaren. I wasn't mentally prepared at some moments in my career, he said. That's the real issue. Even the coldest drivers eventually feel the weight of a real title fight. From the outside, Piastri still looks perfectly calm. But Button's words suggest the Australian may be far more vulnerable internally than people realize. And in Formula One, the difference between being fast and becoming a legend often comes down to surviving that pressure. Still, Button made it clear he believes Piastri has something special. It's beautiful to see his dedication and focus. He just wants to race, he explained. The paddock sees him as an old-school driver, obsessed only with speed and performance, much like Räikkönen and even Verstappen in certain ways. Button admitted he's very similar to Max in that aspect, before clarifying that Verstappen operates on another level entirely. What makes Piastri so dangerous now is that despite losing the 2025 title battle to Norris, many inside Formula One believe he still hasn't reached his ceiling. And sometimes, championships are not won during the first fight for the title, they are won after the heartbreak of losing one. The scary part for McLaren's rivals is that Piastri may already be learning that lesson. And if he does, the rest of the grid could have a much bigger problem in the future. What's your take on this situation? Share your opinion below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Formula One updates.